Coffee Convo Wednesday. Hey, I'm Cindy with Surviving Mommy, and this is Coffee Convo Wednesday. I want you to take a gander what that says. Correct. This might be champagne. It's not. I just always want to be truthful. It's not. It could be because my kids have been driving me crazy. I have two daughters, 11 and 4, and normally the big, massive age difference works for me. But yeah, lately, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's something in the water. The moon is in a weird position. I don't even know what that means. But my children have been driving me crazy. And yes, if you can't take a guess by my massively awesome, sexy voice, I am still sick. Remember like 3 weeks ago I was sick? Yeah, I'm a little sick still. In fact, I've had no voice until about yesterday. So I was thinking, man, I hope my voice comes back before Coffee Convo Wednesday. So I apologize in advance if I start hacking in the middle of Coffee Convo Wednesday or start doing this, which seems to be what I need to do when my voice is getting all wackadoo. But so cheers, good morning. So this might be champagne, but it's not. But I thought this would be fitting today since my children have been cray-cray, as they say, as the kids say, cray-cray. I'm clearly not a kid, but I'm saying it anyway. Yep, I don't know what's going on with them. I really don't, but it's driving me bonkers. Ooh, excuse me. All right, let's get to the show. Today on the show, a couple of things I want to talk about. First one is just, actually they're all really light and silly and funny today because I've been sick for the last week, so I've been super out of it and exhausted between being sick and the kids driving me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I've decided to make it really, really, really light today. Not that we're not always really light here on Coffee Convo Wednesday, but so the first thing we're going to talk about today is my husband has an accent. And you're thinking, I think your husband's from here. Never heard you say he's from anywhere else, correct? Now, I will preface this by saying I did ask my husband if I could kind of tease him about this morning, and of course, because he's amazing, he said yes. It's really kind of a joke. This all started back when we went on our honeymoon to Paris many years ago, and my husband's from Florida, like duh, he's from here. He has no accent whatsoever, but he does this thing, and I'm thinking it's not just him, because sometimes I do it too, and I'm wondering if you do it as well. So when we were in Paris for our honeymoon years ago, we were in this restaurant and we were talking to the manager of the restaurant and telling him that we were from the States and on our honeymoon, blah, blah, blah. And so the husband is speaking to us in English and trying very hard with his American accent, English accent. And then my husband starts talking to him, but all of a sudden, my husband has like a French accent. And I can't really do any accent, so I shouldn't try, but I'm going to anyway. Why? Because that's how I roll. So he's talking to him, and he's like, yes, we went on the train today, and we were walking down the stairs. Okay, that's British. I can't do a French accent, but you get what I mean. And then it happens, too, when he talks to any of our friends who speak Spanish and have like a little bit of that accent, and then he'll start talking, oh, yes, can you, okay, again, I can't even do an accent, so I don't even know why I'm giving him a hard time about it. But I sort of do that after I've watched a British show, and it might also be because I'm obsessed with British accents. But like if we watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Lisa Vanderpump, you're like, really? You guys watch that? Yes, because my husband is awesome. And so after I'll be like, all right, honey, are you ready to go to bed? See, again, I can't. I can't do an accent. But I love accents, and I guess my husband does too. And maybe when you're around someone who has an accent, depending on wherever they're originally from, and if they're speaking with that accent, then you have a tendency to speak in that accent, and I do it too. So I'm really not just calling out my husband, I'm calling out myself, and I guess if any of you do it, just please tell me you do, even if you don't. And sometimes I just do a British accent because it's fun, and because I love speaking British. Some of my friends tease me about it, but I don't really care. I'm going to have a spot of tea now. Except it's not really tea, it's coffee. Let's be real, I don't drink tea. I know I should, but I don't. So, okay, that's number 1 on the list. See, important stuff today, I told you. Number 2 on the list, I wanted to ask you about food combinations. And the reason why is because we were having homemade pizza the other night. My husband cooks, thank God for him, because I don't cook like at all. No, really, like at all. It's horrible. I used to a long time ago, but then I met my husband who loves to cook, and I don't really care for cooking, so he cooks. Me cooking, like if my husband has to work late, is like a bowl of cereal or a frozen organic Kroger pizza. So, all right, I'm digressing. So we were having homemade pizza the other night, and my mom, Mama Jane, who watches the show all the time, good morning, Mom, she eats pickles when we have pizza. Do any of you do that? I don't really, I mean, I love pickles and I love pizza, but I don't know, together? Like, yeah, like she wants a jar of pickles on the table when we have homemade pizza. Then it got me to thinking about something we used to do when we were kids. My mom also eats pretzels with cream cheese. You know, you take the pretzel and you dip it, you know, in the square of cream cheese. That's how I buy my cream cheese. And you just open the package and you dip the pretzels in the cream cheese. It's amazing. And that got me to thinking about how, I bet that's how food things are discovered. Like maybe that's how chefs create things, because they just stick things together and they try them. But I don't know, do you guys like certain foods together? Like my mom likes pizza and pickles. She actually said she'd like pizza and pickles, or pizza, because I asked her about it this morning. Pizza and celery with ranch is what she said. Have that, Mom. I say live life. Woo! So weird food combinations. And then number 3 on the list. Oh, gosh. I seriously need a large amount of coffee today. I am struggling after being sick for 3 straight weeks. All right. Number 3 on the list. I'm so cheap, I blank. I want you to fill in the blank. Here's why. So we kind of used to rag my mom a little bit, like give her a hard time, razz her, you know what I'm trying to say, about reusing paper plates in plastic bags and tin foil or aluminum foil, whatever you call it. But I've started doing it, y'all. So if I serve my kids like a sandwich or toast and it's just breadcrumbs, now if the paper plate gets wet, no, then it goes bye-bye. But if they're just using it for toast or something, just take a little paper towel and I wipe it off and I put it back. Is that cheap, or is it me being frugal? Cheap or frugal? And do you all do this too? See, this today is like a really super relatable Coffee Convo Wednesday. I'm talking to you guys about stuff that we do in our family, and I need to know if we're just weirdos or if you guys do it too. If you guys do it too, then we can be weirdos together. So paper plates, do you reuse anything? Like, give me your cheap tips. So yeah, we reuse paper plates in our house. Again, if you're having spaghetti and meatballs on here, not so much. I mean, if you do, no judgment. I just don't. But if you're using like a paper plate for a cookie or toast or some popcorn, I don't know. I'm even like that with my soap. You know, the soap gets like, the soap bar, I use the soap bar, and it starts out like that, and then, I'm trying to show you, and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? Yeah, I use it until there's no more. Like my husband doesn't want to use a soap thing that's like that big, but I don't care. I'm obsessed about saving money and being smart with my money, and I want my children to learn that from me. Either that, they're gonna be like, my mom was so cheap. You know what she used to do? She'd take paper towels and wipe off the paper plate and reuse it again. See, again, my children don't speak in a Southern accent, and I'm from California, so why am I speaking with a Southern accent? You guys, y'all, it's got to be the cold that's happening. It's messing up my head, and I don't know. And maybe the coffee hasn't kicked in. This really is just my first cup of Joffrey's coffee. Thank you, my favorite coffee. So maybe I need a couple more cups to have that all kick in. All right, so there's Coffee Convo Wednesday for you. It's a little crazy today. I'm fighting off the tail end of this sickness and trying to sound sexy for you with my voice this morning. But let's go over a couple things. Number 1, we talked about my husband having an accent. He doesn't really, but when he's around people with accents, kind of rubs off. But I can't hate on that because I do the same thing, and it is what it is. So, and I think some of you all have been commenting on that, that you guys do the same thing. Like one of my best friends is French, and I can't do any accent really well, but she speaks French, and I think when I leave her, I start to speak French. And actually, she's French, and she's married to a British guy, and I think she has a little bit of a British accent. So when I leave her, I'm sort of talking like French-British, I guess. But it's fun. I don't know. There you go. Number 2 on the list, is it weird to eat pizza and pickles? Because that's what my mom loves. I don't think it's weird. I think it's what she loves, and I'm okay with that. So I was wondering if you guys have any weird food combinations. And then number 3, I'm so cheap, I recycle paper plates. That's really only like one of the things I can talk about. I do the plastic bags and aluminum foil. I recycle a bunch of stuff. Like reuse it again and again and again until you can't use it anymore. Because I don't think that's being cheap. I think that's like saving our planet, setting a good example for your kids, and being frugal, right? At least that's what I tell myself. There's lots of coffee breaks today because my throat's all wickety whack. That's like, what's the song from the 90s? Crisscross to make you jump, wickety whack. No? Anyone? All right, I'm gonna get out of here because clearly, even though I threw on some red lipstick and tried to pull it together for you guys today, I'm a hot mess. I'm tired and over being sick. But it's giveaway time. It's the last of the Chick-fil-A cards. I have some Chick-fil-A breakfast for you and their chicken tortilla soup, which is just for a limited time here. And I love me some Chick-fil-A. So you want some Chick-fil-A gift cards, get a little breakfast and lunch for you? All you have to do is share this post. Share Coffee Convo Wednesday. You just have to do it one time. 1 share equals your entry. And then I will pull a random winner by Friday at 5 o'clock. And then I'll post and shoot you an email that you have won. Or just, on Facebook. Hey, don't forget too, I've been telling you this since last week. If your Facebook settings are private, that's totally cool. But tag me to at least let me know that you've shared this so that I can check and make sure that you've shared it. Because if you're all privacy'd up, I can't see that you've shared it because that's how I know that you've shared it. And then you all get put into a drawing. And I'm not kidding. I think we had, I don't remember how many, but you had like a good shot of winning. So share, and then you win. And I can already tell you next week's giveaway, $50. I'm not going to tell you where it's for, what it's for, but it is a $50 giveaway. So that's how we roll here on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, if you want a Surviving Mommy, Coffee Convo Wednesday. It's just a Surviving Mommy shirt, not a Coffee Convo Wednesday. Although I should start selling the mugs on the website too. I will get to that. But Surviving Mommy t-shirt, regular version and the Disney inspired version, just go to survivingmommy.com. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Surviving Mommy. Thanks so much for hanging out and bearing with me with my crazy voice. And thanks for joining me. I am going to go rest and hope that my kids stop acting crazy. Love you guys. Have a great week and happy March 1st. Today's the first day of March. It's spring-like weather here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I hope you're enjoying it. Yay. Happy Coffee Convo Wednesday. Bye.